Most people do not understand what I mean when I say holding your frame forever. Most people do not understand what I mean when I say holding your frame forever. Most people do not understand what I mean by holding your frame forever. Now, one of the things that holds all humans back is your identity, who you believe you are, who you tell yourself that you are. All right. Whoever you tell yourself that you are means that you simultaneously cannot be the opposite or anything different than what you tell yourself that you are. So, with that being said, you have now set in stone your destiny. You have set in stone your peak. You already know what is your whole entire life is going to be. You don't have to wonder. You know because you have an identity in who you believe you are, who you believe your parents believe that you are, your friends believe that you are, who people talk to you about, and you always bring up stories. You always tell them stories like, oh, well, that's just the way that I am because of this, this, and this. Since I was a kid, I did this, this, and that. You reinforce this story and police yourself. Now, what do I do that's different? I hold my frame forever, and I hold my frame being whoever I want to be. At any moment in time, I can be whoever I want to be. I can choose just by being that now, just by choosing that I'm that person now. And what I do is I have no other thoughts other than thoughts that reinforce who I am now. So you could say that I have a identity as well, but it's more fluid and it's more centered in the now moment. My thoughts, my words, my actions, my feelings, my emotions, everything is aligned with the result that I want right now. So if I want to go make $1 million, all I will do is be a millionaire now. Now, doesn't mean $1 million is going to fall into my bank now, but in 3 months, it will guarantee because I won't have a single thought that doesn't align with millions of dollars in my bank account in 3 months. But it starts now. Okay. And that's one thing. Another thing is with women or with girls, when I approach, if it's cold approach or if, I'm just, it's a fuck date, whatever. When I'm in her presence, I am that dominant guy that closes. So, for example, last night, me and my friend went over to this girl's house and she wanted to have a threesome. Now, um, you could think that like she'd be nervous, you know what I'm saying? And she might try to like, when you get there, she might try to like, you know what I'm saying? Distract herself, distract you. Do you know what I'm saying? But she did not do that. I'm gonna answer your question. Uh, Jesus, you said setting in stone with evidence. No, you do not need evidence to set in stone your new frame of reality. All you have to do is tune in to those who have done it before you. So you just need to start tuning in to people on YouTube that are where you want to be and only follow that. For that's example. Another way would just be to just control your thoughts. So if you think like a millionaire, you can believe that you are a millionaire because millionaire thoughts lead to millionaire habits, which will make you a millionaire. Therefore, you can believe that you are a millionaire. That's how you hold your frame, regardless, okay? So, going back to the threesome, as soon as we got there, as soon as we got to her house, by the way, she texts us when we're pulling up, when we said, oh, we're here. She said, oh my God, I'm nervous. She texted us that, I'm nervous. Now, you might think, okay, well, I'm gonna take the pressure off when I get inside. No, 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 no. Opposite. Here's the reason, right? You want to break the ice soon, right? In a dominant way and hold frame. So we walk in, right? And she looks at me, she looks at him, she looks at my friend, she gives him a hug, and then I go, hey, hi. Boom, I give her a hug while I'm making a joke. We're like making a joke about how it's cold outside. We're like, hey, it's only 20 degrees outside. Take your time to open the door. It's fine. Making a joke, right? Then I pull her in for a hug. and I hold on to that hug longer, and I squeeze deep, so it's a more dominant masculine hug. And she goes, she feel exactly, got to keep the pressure on him. Exactly, LB. I don't know if LB stands for Long Beach, but yeah. So yeah, I hold that masculine frame, I hold that dominant hug longer than it's comfortable, and she tries to let go, and I pull her in more for like a little second longer, and then she like giggles and like grabs me more, and then we're just standing there, and my chin is always up, okay, chin always up, so you're looking not too much, not overcompensating like prideful, but it's just like dominant, like just looking down at her, like, and I'm just like looking up and down, like licking my lips and just sexual eyes. Here's what's going on in my head is only sexual thoughts. Here's what's going on in my head. Only dominance, only sexuality, only dominance. There's no worries, there's no thoughts. I hold my frame in that moment because I'm congruent with I want to fuck this girl and I want to give her an amazing experience, and I am completely congruent with that, and there's nothing holding me back from that desire manifesting in reality. So I hold my thoughts, my feelings, my words, my actions, my body language, looking at her up and down, smiling, smirking, and we're just talking in the family room. And then I go, "Oh, check it out." Boom. And we have like a little a douche that she was gonna use because she wanted to get double penetrated. And I was like, "So, is this where you want to hang out, or do you want to like show us around? Do you want to take us to the room? Where do you want to take us?" And then she's like, "That's up to you. We could hang out wherever." And then I was just looking at her, and I was just like, "You have a very fucking chokeable neck." And I just put my hand around her throat and I start choking her. And there was like a little like hesitancy in her a little bit, and then she relaxed into it. It was like because she's still in her head, she's still nervous about us coming here, doesn't know me, never met me, right? She met him before, she met my friend before, she had sex with my friend before, but never met me, right? So I break that ice between me and her by just choking her neck. Like, yo, I just gotta say, your fucking neck is so chokeable, isn't it? Oh my god, look at you. You love getting choked, huh? Boom, escalating. Now it's game over. And then I'm like, look at your fucking little body. Come here, pull her in, and I say, "Hey, take us to the room right now. Take us to the room." And then I was like, "Hey, yo, you miss my homie right here?" And she goes, "Yeah, I do miss him." And I was like, "Yeah, show him right now. Show him how much you miss him." And I push her onto him while he's laying down, and then she goes and starts sucking his dick. What I do is I just start playing with her ass and her pussy, right? But the thing is, I led all this shit. Listen, I don't even know her. I never met her. She had sex with my friend before. I'm the one that when I get there, I lead the interaction to sex within 5 minutes. And she never met me. She never met me. That is dominance. That is holding my frame of reality. And yeah, we proceeded to have an amazing night for uh, until her kid woke up crying. Um, will you heal from your childhood traumas and forgive your mother for what she did to you? Um, she did a lot of things to me, man. This isn't normal behavior. Well, is normal behavior telling other people what normal behavior is? Is normal behavior policing others to be your version of normal that was taught to you by others? Is that normal? You got to think about it, because in your mind you were told by your mother what is normal. So therefore, you believe that it's normal. You don't believe that it's normal because you meditated and you found out that it was normal. You didn't go inside your soul to find out that it's normal. No, you decided it's normal because you looked around you. This person told you what's weird. This person told you what's weird, and you believe them. You believe them, right? And as far as childhood trauma goes, that's another thing where once you start healing on a deeper level and accepting all the things in life and just learning how to love, you already automatically forgive everybody and you become yourself and you just do what you want to do. You do your normal thing. You go after your desires. The most normal thing should be going after your desires, I believe, but I'm not even here to tell you that. I'm not even here to just force that on you. But there you go. Yeah, resist the slave mind. Think for yourself. I believe personally that what you should do here on planet Earth is live your desires, is create what you want, do whatever the fuck you want in life. You shouldn't follow the sky daddy, follow the church, do anything that anybody tells you. You should know in your heart what feels right. And to me, what feels right is making women feel amazing and making money, because making money is giving value to others. So I'm always taking action and I'm always busy. Like, I just came from the studio. We're working all day. We're recording stuff all day. You guys can check out Black Cherry Agency LA on Instagram, and you can see we're just working all day. You know what I'm saying? We're working all day. So I don't have negative thoughts. I don't have to point fingers at people and say that they're not normal and they're weird, because I'm just so in love with my life, because I'm living it fully in the moment. So with that being said, that is the topic of the video, guys. Holding your frame to whatever you desire and having no other thoughts other than what feels right, because you went in, you checked with your soul, and you said, you know what, that feels like a vibe. I'm going to go with that. That's how I want to live my life. Nobody can tell me otherwise, because in my reality, in my world, there's going to be people who align with me and want to vibe. Yeah, sex isn't just about reproduction, though. Tantric sex is about healing trauma. It's about healing, stress that's on your mind. It's very, very healthy. And when you do it with people that you just met, you're going to have a new experience. And when you have a new experience, it's novel. And novelty actually it basically makes you smarter, because you get new neural pathways in your brain whenever you do something that's novel, and you have to navigate new terrains and new people. And life becomes better when you live on the offensive and going forward, instead of playing on the defensive and worried about what can go wrong, what's weird, what's not normal, right? That's going to put you in your head and make you live in a fantasy world that's not real. And you're going to think the world is evil, the world's against you, when really everything that's on the news that they told you about in 2020 never came to pass. Everything that they ever told you was going to happen in the 1960s, 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, 2000s never happened. Never happened. Never happened. Would you say that direct is better than indirect with approaching? I would say that no matter what, you're always direct. No matter what. You can't be indirect, because indirect basically means that you think that she's going to slip and fall on your dick. At some point, you have to go direct, whether it's with your body language, whether it's with, making a move, making a dominant move, making a bold move. That's always going to be direct. So what I like to do is be very direct with my eye contact and make some sort of bold statement. You have amazing feminine energy. Like, I'm curious, like, how many dominant guys have you actually been with? Or I might say, have you ever really truly been with a dominant guy, though, who really knew how to bring out that natural femininity in you? I'm talking about the type of guy who knows literally your soul, your mind, your body, how you like to be talked to, how you like to be touched. And he knows exactly how he can give you multiple orgasms every time without fail. He has no doubt in himself, and it just happens every single time. And every single time you guys make love, it just feels like you're having that connection that like transcends this physical realm. You say that shit to a girl while looking at her, and she's just gonna like be without words. She's gonna be like, I don't know. Like, and then you can just go from there and ask questions. You've never done Tantra, you've never had 10 to 15 orgasms. You can go from there and be like, the reason why I ask is because when I look at you, I feel like it would be very easy to give you that kind of experience. Or when I look at you, I just can't help but think about having that kind of experience with you. And I mean that. And I mean that. That type of directness breaks through all barriers. And then she goes, oh, really? Do I look like a liar? No. Okay, cool. Then, like, I get it. You don't really get approached like this ever. I get that, but I've been a sex coach for 3 years. I have an OnlyFans agency. I'm very open-minded when it comes to sexuality, just in general. And, because I'm naturally dominant, I can sense when a girl's energy complements mine and mine complements hers, and I don't beat around the bush. And I imagine you don't like indirect guys who are pussy and don't really state their intentions. Am I correct? There you go. So, when are you off work? Yeah. Okay. Well, I have a studio right around the corner, right over there, and you should come over. I'd say around 9:30, 9:30 ish, and I'm gonna give you the best experience of your life. That's the kind of directness I go with. Now, here's the thing, guys. Disclaimer: I tend to just use dating apps for this instead of cold approach because cold approach, there's too many variables. There's too many variables with cold approach. Um, but yeah, I start digging. I immediately start digging, asking them about orgasms, asking about tantra, asking about BDSM, asking about the craziest thing they ever did, the most orgasms they ever had, saying that I could tell they like to be choked, tell that they have amazing submissive energy. I go very direct right away. I've never been indirect with a girl and pulled and closed ever. Never. It doesn't happen. So when people talk about indirectness, um, I think what they're talking about is being direct in a nonchalant way. So it's like you're not being explicit. You're not talking about sexual topics, but you are saying I want to see you, I want to hang out with you. What are you doing later? Let's go out for a drink, whatever. But she'll never treat you like daddy. You'll never get her to be submissive from that frame. So I don't go with it. But all I need is a fucking new phone. All I need is an Android or a new iPhone, and I can make a new Tinder and get like at least 50 matches with a new fresh Tinder, some new fresh photos. I can get 50 matches, and out of 50 matches, I can close 5. I can hop on seeking arrangements. I can hop on Field. I could, Black Cherry Agency. So I'm pulling girls in different ways, right? Like, yeah, like recently I've been pulling girls in different ways. I've been pulling girls with the homie, girls that he knows, pulling. One girl found us both on Tinder. Um, yeah, one girl found us both on Tinder, and then since we both had Black Cherry Agency LA in our bio, she found us, made the connection, and then just started talking to the homie, and then set up a time to hang out with us, and then next thing you know, there's a submissive girl. So most of the girls that I have sex with are girls that I've already been having sex with too, because they stay around after I fuck them. But they most of them came from dating apps. No girl that I've been seeing over a long period of time is from cold approach. The cold approach girls all fell off because they weren't really looking for what I was looking for at the same time. And that's why dating apps are so cool, because you can actually state what you're looking for by having a very dominant bio, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now, all that aside, it's not my game plan to get laid with dating apps forever, like at all, Um, my plan is to get famous in many different ways to get laid. Also, throw parties and stuff like that, right? Throw parties, yeah. Dating apps is huge though; it's super key, but mainly just parties, getting girls into the vicinity, having reasons to come around us. Um, success, and status is my main plan to have sex. But the other thing is this, guys. I don't want to bust more than 1 or 2 nuts a week. I like going 7 days. I like going 7 days, so I'm not even needy for that. I'm focusing on my goals. The final goal is just to have many submissive girls in my life who get along together, who have sex with each other and me, and we all get along. Like me and the homie Bloomy, who run Black Cherry Agency. We have now double penetrated 2, 3, or 4 girls. Um, fucking Jazz, uh, Kayla, um, and Jasmine, Kayla, and then last night, what was her name again? Her name was the fuck was her name last night? The fuck was her name? Jazz, Kayla, and then her name is I forget her fucking name last night. I forget the girl's name last night. The fuck? That's gonna bug me. That's gonna fucking bug me. Anyways, I know it starts with a J. Because I was like, oh, we should have both the J's hang out with each other, JJ's. Anyways, yeah. So that was 3 girls that we hooked up with together, and so we've been doing that a lot, and then we just made a joint field account where we're like telling girls that we want to like double penetrate them and stuff. But okay, so that angle is like if you have a homie and you could do that with, it's kind of cool because that's an experience that girls don't get that much when they're like, oh, 2 dominant, confident guys that are like shy of giving them an experience. And most girls like to have 2 men at once. They just don't tell you that. But most girls, that's like their main fantasy is having two dicks at once. Because girls like to be the center of attention, and they're creatures of pleasure. That's what most people don't understand about women is they're actually more sexually nymphomaniacs than men are. They're more horny than men. And with that being said, we repress them because we're afraid of that power. But when women actually have a lot of sex, they become powerful, they become happier, they become more abundant, and the key is to continue having sex with the ones that you like, and they will grow more powerful in your life, and you'll make money with them, and they'll boost your energy. They'll make you, more powerful, more smart, more ambitious, and then don't have sex with the ones you don't want. Yeah, basically. So, anyways, with all that being said, holding your frame is just not thinking anything less than what you actually want to think, and controlling your thoughts deliberately by just letting go of anything you don't want to think, and then doing the action that leads you to your end goal. Because my end goals are, high status, lots of success, able to create new inventions with my money. Whether that's a med bay or, different inventions, right? Different inventions that could change the world. I want to be able to be a part of that, And so with all that being said, I'm not going to think any negative thoughts. I'm not going to think destructive thoughts like about killing and this and that. It's really pointless. But when those thoughts do come up, I don't resist them. I do not resist thoughts. I let them come and then I let them go. I disagree. Women do not have the same sex drive that men do. You can think whatever you want, brother. You should read Domination Principle, and you will find that actually there's studies that have been done that prove that women are actually hornier than men. Anyways, I do have to go. You guys take care. Have a good night.